Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna film a what I eat in a day. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. So for breakfast, I'm roasting some sweet potatoes and I cut slits into them like this because it makes them cook a lot quicker. I'm only going to use one, but I'm making three and I'm just going to store the others in the fridge for meal prep. I just baked them at 200 for I think around 45 minutes. And while they were cooking, I heated some olive oil in a pan and added a bunch of kale and some normal tofu. You can use firm if you want, but it doesn't really matter. And I stirred that through. I'm adding some Dijon mustard, some soy sauce, nutritional yeast, garlic powder, turmeric for color, and the secret ingredient is to add black salt. So you can find this at Indian grocery stores, and this makes it taste so eggy, but if you don't have this, you can just use normal salt. And I added in some white pepper as well. And also you can put in some spinach and wilt that down if you want more greens. And this is what it looks like. It really does look and taste like real scrambled egg. It's so full of flavor, it tastes really eggy, salty and garlicky. And then when the potatoes are ready, I just grabbed one and I cut through the middle and put the tofu scramble inside. And this is really good because I know some people have it with toast and stuff, but I find that the sweet potato is more filling and you get the contrast between the saltiness of the scrambled tofu and then the sweet fluffiness of the sweet potato. And it's a really good way to get your greens in because you can put quite a lot of kale and spinach and it wilts down quite a lot. So for lunch, I'm using the leftover tofu scramble that was in the pan. And first I'm baking some potatoes and I'm adding olive oil, some spices like cayenne pepper, garlic powder and salt. And I just baked them in the oven until they were crispy. I got a wholemeal tortilla and I put in the leftover scrambled tofu and the baked potatoes, and then I added some hot sauce on top, and then I just rolled this up into a burrito and I toasted it in the pan for a few minutes just so it got a little bit crispy. And yeah, this is what I had for lunch. It's really yummy. It's kind of like a breakfast burrito, I guess, and it's a really great way to make use of like the leftover tofu scramble. It tastes so good because when you bite into it, you get the crunchy tortilla and then the soft, salty scrambled tofu, but then you get the crispy potatoes and then the hot sauce, and it's such a good combination. And then for dinner, I'm having spaghetti Bolognese. So I heated some olive oil in a pan and I added in onion and lots of garlic. And then when the garlic became fragrant, I added in carrot, mushroom and some chilli, and then I just sauteed the vegetables for around 5 minutes till they were soft. And then I added in some baby Roma tomato passata, but you can just use tinned tomatoes if you want, but I find that this has a more rich and sweet flavor. Then I'm adding in vegetable stock, tomato concentrate, and I'm also adding soy sauce and balsamic vinegar. I find that this makes a really big difference. And then I'm going to reduce and simmer this for around half an hour to really develop the flavor. Then to make the Parmesan, add half a cup of raw cashews, 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of salt to a blender and just blend it until it's a fine powder. And back to the sauce, I'm adding in a teaspoon of miso paste, some black pepper, a little bit of nutritional yeast, and then I'm adding in the canned brown lentils as well. And then I'm adding in a splash of unsweetened almond milk just to give the sauce some creaminess, because this is what they often do to real bolognese, but with milk. And then I'm just boiling some spaghetti, and then I just served everything together. This tasted so good, and I definitely find that adding good quality tinned tomatoes and simmering the sauce for a long time makes the biggest difference in terms of flavor. And Bolognese is probably one of my favorite dinners just because it's so filling and it has a lot of vegetables inside and protein from the lentils. And I like to make a big batch of sauce and keep it in the fridge for meal prep. So that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do a lot of Japanese, vegan, vegetarian recipe videos, so if you want to see some of those, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.